Hello guys, today I just wanted to welcome you to this episode as I'm entering the trend. So I've already entered the trend, so I would like you to keep focused and see how it goes. But I've entered a little bit late, but that's no problem. Let's wait for it. It still has a chance to go up, so probably the trend in the next few hours will still be going up, or it will depend on the changes in the indicators that we're using. So stay updated, keep on track, watch till the end. So hopefully we are going to see some changes into the trend to the right direction that we've just anticipated. And if it so happens that the trend is going up, I've set to take profit of around 10%. For those who don't know how to take profits, you just come around here, auto close, then you either take profit in percentages. For example, I'm taking the profit at 10%, so you just type your 10% or your percentage that you're taking, then you click anywhere in that same chart, and the auto close, which is at around 10%, it will set itself at around that point that you just set. So that's it. Maybe if you want to say to take profit in not percentages but in money, you can also just put in money. For example, you say close the trend or the bid if it reaches $100 profit. But again, you can also set take profit using prices. So you kind of record the price at which you want to take profit, like this 49.28, for example. I just want to take a profit at this point, which is 49.25. So you just copy that point and put it here, then you click somewhere in the chart and it will disappear. But by that it would have recorded your take profit using points. But on my side, I mostly use take profit using percentages, and for this formula in the initial stages I've set it to be with a take profit of around 10%. Later we shall be adjusting it to around 20, 30, and also probably to 40, and I think also up to 60. But with this initial stage, for the beginner stages, we're just going to settle for a 10%, and we'll keep it at that. We first perfect that, and later we shall adjust. Okay, so let's now go ahead and now you see it has been in around negative 30. It's now around negative 20. Hopefully it will be coming back, because according to a time frame we are in 1 hour and 30 minutes. This should be 30 minutes. So let's see what is happening in 30 minutes. Okay, it is still saying we're going up in 30 minutes, but hopefully it's actually still in 24 minutes by the time it gets to 30 minutes, which is halfway of the current hour. We are hoping that it would have started to show some positive results or positive indications that the trend is still moving up. So all we have is to focus and wait. So wait and make sure you watch to the end of the video if you want to always get more videos like this for live trading. Probably you also use copy trading, and you can bid as we bid at the same time. So you copy the point at which we've entered, and you also enter the same point. But also using that method, you have to ensure that you also take profit at the same percentage you're taking profit. For example, if you're taking profit at 10%, you also have to take profit at 10%, because that as per now, that's what the formula is tailored for. So let's just wait for now. You can like the video, click on the subscribe button, also comment. If you have any question you can ask. We are at around negative 14, negative 12, negative 11, and now negative 7. Hopefully we'll be getting to negative 1 and ultimately entering positives. And if that happens, we will really be confirming our formula and how good it is and how perfect it is. Don't forget that we've entered late. We were supposed to enter this trend at this point where we had an Iron 3 and Iron 2, probably and also an Iron 4 and Iron 5 striking at the same time. So this is Iron 5 that really confirmed the trend and struck at this point, striking at the same point with Iron 4, confirming the trend. So this was the right point to enter the trend, probably at around 2 bars back. But again, we've entered the third bar, which could be a little bit late, but we have to test our confidence in the system, so that won't stop us from going ahead to test the confidence that we built over time with our system. So stay updated. Don't skip the video. You maybe probably want to know how this reduces to a few negatives and ultimately into positives. So please don't skip the video. Watch till the end, and probably at the end we shall be hopefully entering into profits, and you wouldn't want to miss that magic moment. Right now we are in negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, back in negative 4. Hopefully we're entering negative 2. Oh, it's back in negative 8, but again we can wait. We still have our time, so it's around 27 minutes. We still have around 3 minutes to half an hour, which is 30 minutes. So probably in 30 minutes we should be able to see a significant change that will predict whether the trend is changing or still going up. So keep tuned up, watch till the end, don't skip the video. If you want to receive notifications about more videos like this in the upcoming tutorials, please hit the subscription button, like the video, and also comment. If at all you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop down. Then just drop your questions in the comments below. I'll be reading them and probably answering them in the subsequent videos. So we are in negative 4 again. Let's see if it's going to put us in positive this time. Negative 3, negative 2. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming towards the end of the hour. We are landing into our last hour to make it halfway of the hour, probably the last minute. 29 minutes now, counting down. Negative 8. I'll try to increase some lighting such that you can have enough illumination here in our video. Okay, so now we have enough light so you can see everything clearly. Okay. You just have to be patient. I'm probably gonna be making another bar, so this is what I was talking about. At around 30 minutes, it is showing us that probably there will be a little bit of a setback, but hopefully it will be clearing it back into an uptrend. So let's keep our hopes up as we move into the direction of a positive. Negative 8, not bad so far. Negative 7, negative 6, negative 4, so far so good. I'm imagining if we had entered at the right time, we would be in probably 30% profits, and by now we would have gotten out of the trend with profits. But nevertheless, we've entered late, but it's trying to getting two profits. The best we've registered was negative 0 point something, and the negative one we want it to be to enter positives at least. Okay. Okay, so finally we are in positives. Positive 2 was the best so far. Positive 2. I remember we gave it an auto close of positive 7. Positive 10. Hopefully it's going to close it at positive 10. Now positive 5. It's coming up, guys. Just be a little bit more patient. Positive 6 now. Not bad. Okay, we're going back into negatives. No problem. We've already registered positive 6 as the highest. But remember, we entered the trend very late. Nevertheless, we've registered some positives. Now the highest being positive 6. But we wouldn't want it to be close at around positive 10, which is our auto close. So we're back in negatives. Just have to be patient a little bit more as we see the trend move in the direction that we anticipated. Okay, so far so good. Probably if you had placed an auto close of around positive 5, positive 3, it would have closed you out of the trend now with positives. Or positive 6, it would have closed you still back in the positives. Let's see this time. Okay, waiting back to positive 4, positive 5 again, positive 6, positive 8, and positive 9, and finally closes the trend at positive 10. So this is what I was telling you, that with this formula, the minimum you can get is positive 10 per hour. So you just have to be patient, wait for the trend start, and you will be scooping your positive 10 probably in a period of less than 2 hours. That's minimally 1 hour. So far so good. You can try to make a fixed percentage per day. Take an example, you're trading 30 days a month, and you're taking profit of just 10% per day. That would make it 300% per month, and you would have tripled your income or tripled your bid. For example, my bid as per now was 100 USDs, and if I continue doing this just once in a day for 30 days, that would make it 300%. So this is how easy it is using this formula, using this strategy. So you just have to subscribe. I will be explaining more about the strategy. I will be explaining it in details, every indicator and its parameters, plus the percentages it's setting. But again, you have to subscribe to be able to wait to the subsequent videos. Please subscribe, like the video first, subscribe, and also share the video, share it, to the rest of the IQ option traders, the people on Facebook, Twitter, people are watching live on all social media platforms. Continue to share the video. I would like more people to make more profits um, as fast as possible. And please, my only humble request is share the profits you've made. We are in this pandemic period, and it's kind of not been easy for most of the families that can't put food on the table. It would be good of you. It's just a request that I'm putting across. You kindly share some money with your neighbors. Just support them through this period. You can share off like a 10% per month. It wouldn't be bad if you have a 300% and you share 10% per month to your neighbors, to your friends. That would leave you with probably a percentage of 290%, and that could be enough for you. Okay, so next time I will be explaining the fractal resistance indicator. That's the one that shows these arrows here, the green arrow and the red arrow. Those arrows basically indicate the areas where we have some resistances, and they tend to bounce back the trend towards an opposite direction. So whenever you're heading towards a resistance, it wouldn't be advisable to enter a trend until you gain enough momentum, enough energy to surpass the area of strength, or penetrate the zone of strength. The zone of resistance. So when you gather enough strength to penetrate that zone of resistance, you can as well look at your indicators. So as you're penetrating the zone of resistance, your indicators, for example, here in 30 minutes we had iron 4 and I think iron 2 facing down, but as we penetrated through this resistance and this one, it showed that we had gained enough strength to penetrate that zone area, and that's why we had the iron 4, iron 2 and iron 3 in 30-minute interval striking back up, and that gave us enough energy to move up, and that's how we were able to close our bid at an auto close of 10%. So like I said, we entered quite a little bit late, but we managed to close at 10%, which is the ideal percentage. We would have entered at this point where we had 2 and also 5. 2 and 5 striking at the same point. It was actually the area of maximum effort just at that point, where we have that x-axis. That was the area of entry, but also this point still had the possibility of making your 10%. So 10% is actually the smallest percentage in this system. People can go as for example, at this point, assuming that we had stayed in this trend, we would have registered around 30%. As per now, as we talk, it's around 30% profits. People who probably stayed are now going into a 40% profit, and I think that's almost the best. It can go up to 50, 60, but the reason why we set a 10% auto close is to minimize the risk. Trading is all about minimizing risk and risk management. So the more you reduce your expectations from the bid, the more you reduce on your risk. So putting it at 10% would actually guarantee you a 90% accuracy, and every trader by the would like a high accurate percentage to be able to make his money in a guaranteed way without putting you in pressure. And this is what we're talking about. If for example, if you had reduced your expectations to about positive 5, it would have closed during the first positive interval. The first time when it entered the positives, it stopped around positive 6, then went back into negatives, then finally came back into positives, and this time it closed it at positive 10, and it's still going up. So, for example, if somebody had said 5%, thereby reducing his expectations from 10% to 5%, that would mean that this trend would close him fast at 5%, the other first time when it went up to 6%. Take an example, if somebody had reduced all his expectation to about 1 or 2%, it would mean that the risk management, or he would be reducing the risk up to 0%, and he would have a guaranteed percentage accuracy of about 120%, and that would be so spectacular, because I've seen most of the people struggling to get even up to 80%. Most of the robots, most of the strategies are just stopping at around 80%, around there, 60, 70. So those are the most perfect strategies that we have on the market. But this being a new strategy into the market, I can guarantee you a 99.9% with an auto close of 10%. But as just like I said, the more you reduce your expectations, the more you increase on the more you reduce on the risk management. Risk, and the more you increase on your guarantee and percentage of accuracy to even way above 100%, and that's what all traders like whenever they're trading on such platforms. Okay guys, so you can continue to follow the trend if you like, but for now, that's all I wanted to show you. Just entering the trend, making your 10% quick, and moving away. Okay, so stay tuned, keep on watching as we monitor all changes in the trend. I will be back here probably in 30 minutes, and we will be able to share views and comments about the changes in our indicators. And I want you guys to ask questions about why these indicators are changing like that. Why do I have an 8 Aron oscillator, 8% 8, then Aron oscillator percentage 9 probably? And actually, if I happen to explain about the Aron oscillator 8 and 9, these are Tarling oscillators, and they are momentums. And these momentums they normally tend to cross at probably a corresponding time zone. For example, if you have Aron oscillator 8 crossing to the above line, from the midline to the above line, that would actually mean that automatically in a couple of minutes or even a couple of hours before the end of this hour, you will have Aron oscillator 9 following in the same direction, crossing up the baseline to the upper section, and that would mean that that's a guaranteed more force of the uptrend. So even up to now, people are just entering a trend, though we've just left some people the trend is just starting, and actually it's actually the best time to enter the trend. So if 9 happens to cross to the above of the upper trend, which happens to be above the midline, the bottom line, that will mean that 10 will follow the same trend crossing. So that's why I don't have 10 displayed on the system. 9 would mean that it would be a preview or a prerequisite of a 10, and Aron oscillator 10, and it would be coming automatically on board. So we just have to wait for it to show up on the chart. I think we can talk about a few things about So as you can see, we already have a new bar towards an uptrend. So probably we still have a lot of energy in this uptrend. A lot of people are still buying, because as you can see, all the wheels are in green, meaning that the sellers are not willing to sell and the buyers are willing to buy. We have a more number of buyers ushering into the market, and we're just waiting for now this reaction in two around two would mean that we have a little bit of a setback. So kind of the trend is going to be a little bit stagnant, and we wait for probably a couple of minutes or 30 minutes to see whether we have a change in this iron 2. If it goes back again up on green, that would mean that we are still going up. But if the red crosses to the top, that would mean that we will have a serious setback to a downtrend. Okay, to an opposite trend. So, but from the look of things, 8 crossed long time ago, and we were waiting for 9 to close 8. 9 has just crossed, so probably we're still going up, and we just have to wait for another signal that will tell us at what exact point that we shall be moving up again. So we just have to wait for a signal, probably here in around 2, but in 30 minutes. So we shall have an early signal. This will probably strike back up, and we shall be moving up again. Okay guys, let's wait for that probably in a couple of minutes, 15 to 30, and we see what happens. So as you can see, as per now, what we're waiting for has just happened. We wanted this two, the one that had kind of uh, sloped down, stretch back up to show that there is some force that is going up. So it has redone it, and three has also stretched up, and we also had two in the 1 hour interval, kinking down, but now it has kicked back up, meaning that there is some force that is coming, an upward force that will push the trend into the upward direction, probably for a couple of minutes. Yeah, so we just have to wait, and we see that effect taking place. So all we have to do is to wait for a few more couple of minutes, and we see it happening. Okay. Okay, so finally we are getting back to -1, -2, meaning that we are almost closing into positives, and we just have to be a little bit more patient with the trend till it really does what you're looking for. Okay. Okay, so finally we enter positives, +1, and we shall be seeing if we are going back into negatives, but at least we've just had some positives, so that means that we have some future into this trend, so we can hold on and wait until we see what we've anticipated. So back into positives again. Okay. +4, +5, +6, and +7, finally +9 and +10. It closes out of the trend, and just like I was telling you, that's how perfect the system is, and no doubt you will be making 10% per almost in every 2 hours, and it's kind of guaranteed. Like I told you, it's 99.9% of accuracy. So you just have to trust the system, follow its rules. For just people who have just come, you can check in the description. I'll be putting a link in the description for the previous videos. Actually, the first video I made, I was just giving an overview on this system, and promising that in a couple of weeks or even in a couple of days to come, we shall be first of all, even before using it to live trade, we shall have to first explain it to ourselves understand it in details, understand every indicator that is in this system, the arrows, and how they work, how they are coordinated. So I kind of gave an overview in the first video on how to set up the whole system just the way it is. You don't need to understand, just set it up the way it is. And I kind of explained a little bit on each individual indicator. And I promise that for people who will subscribe, the first 1,000 people who will subscribe will get its first script download for free. So you have to rush and subscribe and like the video. I will be giving the script for the first 1,000 subscribers for free download, and I promise I will be explaining it more in the subsequent videos and how to use it. For people who don't have that time to probably the day trader, or you're not a 24/7 trader, and you're neither an investor, you just want to make just a few profits and run away. And probably that's a category that I'm talking about, people who normally use copy trade. Copy trade is kind of a popular gig, and it has kind of gained grounds with forex, people who deal in forex. And maybe something that I forget about my system, let me first explain this. Now this system here works in all leverages. Now for example, it works in options, people who are dealing in binary and digital options. It works everywhere perfectly. People who are dealing in forex, euro USD, GDP USD, Audi USD, USD JAP, USD GDP and GDP JAP, USD CAD, USD CHF and Audi CHF. So all pairs of currencies, forex, I guarantee you this system will be working just like it is doing in stocks and crypto. So people who are investing in Facebook, Tesla, Alibaba, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, Netflix, Uber, probably Alphabet, which is actually mother parent of Google, Snapchat, Zoom, Visa Inc., name it. So as long as it falls in the category of stocks, this system will be able to deal in it and give you the exact profits and percentages, that just like I've been promising you. I'm kind of dealing in Bitcoin because of a reason I think yet to explain. I will be explaining the reason why I'm dealing in only Bitcoin and not other coins currently in the test mode. It also works in all coins, the Binance, Dogecoin, people who are dealing in Chainlink, Polkadot, Ontology, Dash, Maker, Filechain, Neo, Ethereum. I've seen most people dealing in Ethereum. System works in Ripple, Cosmo, Litecoin, name it. So probably you're dealing in commodities. So people who are in stocks, you're already covered. You can use the system. Crypto, you can also use the system. Forex, you can use the same system. Binary options and the digital, you can use the same. Plus people who are using commodities. Now commodities, you have crude oil, gold, silver, and crude oil barrel. So I've seen people are being disturbed by predictions in crude oil because it's kind of affected by the market and some other parameters outside the market. But I guarantee you this system gives perfect insights about the system, just like you can see here. A strike in Iron 3, Iron 2, Iron 4 and Iron 5 would mean an immediate rise in the oil prices, and you can see what happened in an hour interval. So almost the same thing happened in 30-minute interval. So you just have to stick to the system and get to know how it works, and after that you'll be able to deploy it in almost every leverage or aspect of trading. Probably one more thing that I want to explain. I just want to give you a reason why I'm dealing in Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, if it comes to cryptocurrency trading, Bitcoin is the best coin. And by that, I mean that some other coins, for example, let me show you. When we go to crypto, Bitcoin being a base coin, that would mean that all other coins, in most cases, they normally tend to follow the Bitcoin trend. And it has only one simple explanation, that most of these trends are built in the Bitcoin chain, sort of a domain. They are all built on the same domain, same Bitcoin domain. Just like you can see, you have Bitcoin Cash. Now, Bitcoin Cash will automatically follow what Bitcoin 100 is trending. Just because Bitcoin Cash follows in the same base or same domain as the Bitcoin 100. So Bitcoin 100 is the domain of the chain, and all these will follow the VEC chain, the Dash, the Bitcoin, the ontology. And I think I will have to show you this practically on a full screen chart. I normally hate a full screen chart, but when it comes to purposes of explaining more, I think I will go for a 6 chart. Yeah, 6 chart. 6 chart. Yeah, there must be 6. And I will show you how Polkadot, Binance, Bitcoin 20, who else? Maker, ontology, how they tend to follow the Bitcoin chain. So by following, what I'm trying to mean is, if Bitcoin is taking a downtrend, all those coins tend to follow the same downtrend. So that's why I normally deal with only Bitcoin, because the rest will be kind of following the same chain, and I wouldn't want to be in a coin that is actually following Bitcoin. Maybe if I have around 2 or 3 screens, people have 3 screens, you can follow almost all coins, but make sure you have Bitcoin in one of the screens, not to miss out on upcoming trends. So this is what I'm talking about. If you look at what Bitcoin is doing, Bitcoin for the past 3 hours has been, actually not 3 hours, but around past 6 hours, Bitcoin has been kind of having a tendency of coming up into an uptrend. Actually, it has just started its uptrend. So if it starts its uptrend, just like I said, the rest will be following. Now let me put Dogecoin. This is Polkadot or Chainlink. Yeah, that's Chainlink. But if you realize a mere Binance making an impression of a 3 candlestick uptrend would mean that Dogecoin, Maker, Polkadot, Binance, followed by Chainlink, all of them would be making the same uptrend. Actually, most of them would be making it even more significant than Bitcoin, just because one buy in Bitcoin is actually a very big significance in the rest of the bars. So my humble appeal in this case is, if you're trading in Maker, you're buying your Binance coin, you're buying your Chainlink, your Polkadot, please make sure you also have Bitcoin times 100 somewhere on a separate screen to kind of give you a direction to where you're going, because all these other coins would form the Bitcoin chain, and Bitcoin happens to be the domain of that chain. So whatever is happening in Bitcoin will affect all the other coins. Okay, so let's go back to our 2 chart system. Kind of easy. Okay. So far now we are about 1 hour and 7 minutes. and I'm going to cut short, and probably would be adding on in the next episode. So far we've learned around 2 crucial points in this video, that the system makes 10% per in a period of less than 2 hours. So I gave an average of 1 hour. You can work on that, but it's around less than 2 hours, so the average is 1 hour. Okay, so in the next coming video I will be explaining more about that, and we shall get to know how to use it, and the rest will follow. So please don't forget to subscribe. Remember, the first 1000 subscribers will get a free download for this script, and I will see you in the next episode.